What's up, world? It's another Friday, another day, another topic. Today's topic, I'm going to try to teach y'all a little memory technique. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off because it's pretty tricky, but I'm going to try. Now, to be straightforward and honest, I'm not going to be able to teach you my method since there's a bunch of different rules and laws and all sorts of other things, considering you're basically going to make up your own numerical language, but it's going to include pictures and colors instead of numbers. Now our goal is going to be to, instead of recalling numbers that you remember, you're going to create a picture in your head that includes different colors and pictures, and then you're going to translate or recall that picture by reading the picture into the numbers. So instead of recalling the numbers, you're going to look at a picture in your head and read it out loud, and those are going to be your numbers. That's going to be the trick. Now I know this sounds really tricky, and I guess it just kind of comes naturally to me, but here is an example of just some different characters that I have created for my numerical data. But I can't go over this with you because this is the language I created. I guess a few tips or hints to create your own language is, first of all, you're going to want to establish a simple 1 through 10 or 1 through 9. But then with those, you're also going to want to be able to include numbers that have a 0 in front of them. So an example, let's just look at this 2 real quick. If you can see, the 2 is a black horizontal stripe, and a 02 is a black horizontal stripe surrounded by a black ring. So basically, to me, a 0 is a black circle. A 00 is a black sphere. It goes across pretty much the same 1 through 10. Then when you get to my 1s, instead of the colors being, as you can see, my 5's gold, 6 gold, 7 gold, my 9 is red, my 3 is green, my 4 is blue. But basically when you start to get into your 10s, everything turns out to be white. So if we remember that 2 was a black, my 12 is a white horizontal stripe, where if you look and see, let's see, my 7 is a gold plus, my 17 is simply a white plus. Going to 20, my 20 is a black horizontal with the black circle in it, makes 20 to me. Going on further, let's see, my 50, if we come up to 5 up here, you'll see my 5 is a gold ring, but my 50 is a black ring because it adds the 0 to the 5. So basically all of my 10s, 60, 70, 80, those are all the same character except they are a different color. Basically, if it ends in 0 to me, it's black. If it starts with 1, it's going to be a white color instead of a gold color. So a few things you might need to remember. If you look at my 67 and my 76, they're pretty similar. So you're going to have to come up with your own rules so you can recall those different numbers that you're coming up with. Getting into the hundreds, as you can see, possibly my 101 looks like a yin-yang with an extra crescent on it. It goes across to all these different characters. You see the characters as you get to, like, say 130 or so. Let's see if I can find, yeah, okay, so there's my 130. It's basically a white triangle with a black circle, and I don't know if you can see that. We'll look at 140, because 140 is a white square with a black circle in it, because my white square is a 14, and then adding a 0 to it makes a 0. 160, 170, 180. My 9s are cats. So basically you can zoom in on a cat's neck. If it was like 195, instead of having the black circle in the middle of the cat, I would picture a collar around the cat with a gold ring around it, and that would be 195. You come up with your own language. That's basically some tips and hints on how to create your own. Alright, so an example would be if we wanted to recall the numbers on this dollar bill, which we have 588514111. Alright, so I doubt this is going to make any sense to y'all, but okay, as you can see, I have my symbol for a 5, my symbol for an 88, my symbol for 514, and my symbol for 11. Now these all have different colors and everything. I can't really go over since I don't have any colored pencils, but basically my 5 is a golden ring, my 88 is going to be 4 black circles, my 514 is going to be a gold ring surrounded by a white circle and then a blue square. Don't ask me how I got this. It must be synesthesia or something. And then my 11 is what I call a white moon crescent, but it's just basically 2 white circles. Since my 1 is a white circle, it kind of puts them both together. Alright, so a simple example of how I picture this number. This is what it looks like. It looks like a gold ring with 4 black circles inside. On the top one, it's got a gold ring with a white circle and a blue square. And then at the bottom circle, it's got my 2 open moon crescents. Alright, so hopefully you kind of understand that. Here's the dollar again. If you're trying to remember the letters on each side, you have an EB. I come up with something like everybody, but when I picture it in my head, I basically put an E and a B to the left and right so I know where they go, and then I come up with an acronym or a story that helps me to remember that. Alright, so another little quick example here is a $5 bill so y'all don't get confused. Here's the numbers on it. We have a FB54505682A. Alright, so let's look at this real quick. Alright, to start out my 545, if y'all can see that, is a gold ring surrounded by a blue square surrounded by a gold ring. That's 545. And then I think it's a 05 is a black ring inside or outside a golden ring. My 68 looks like a star with 6 sides with an 8 in it. My 2 is a horizontal stripe. And then for FB and A, I used football and all. So let's put this together and show you how it looks like in my head. Okay, so this is what it looks like to me. First of all, here is the number 545055682. Alright, so I have a gold ring outside of a blue square outside of a gold ring, which is, to me, 545. And I have this other picture where, really in my head, I can zoom inside the other gold ring, but you can make the other little pictures, so it's kind of like walking through a little other world as you read or recall or translate your numbers from these pictures. Here I have a black ring outside of a gold ring, which is 0, 5, I have my 68 in the middle, and if you look really close inside the 8, you'll see my little horizontal dash, which is a 2. Now there's FBA, which is football A. So I look at this picture and I can recall 54505 682, and then I know FBA. Now I'm sure this is confusing to a bunch of you people, and I'm sure a lot of y'all are going to try to come up with your own numerical alphabet, and you're not going to be able to figure out the laws you need. So if you are having trouble and you would like to figure out this technique, post a comment and I may respond back with a new video, or I'll just message you. Anyway, that's all for this week. Y'all have a happy new year, and I'll talk to y'all later.